sure they follow and talk. You just carry yourself, come here, come the drag. Where the drag and go?
Where the drag? Where the drag and go? Where you come from?
Now this wickedness, I not agree you fine. So you too wicked. Wickedness don't swallow all your beauty.
Person when no see her fine, no see her fine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine.
You're beautiful.
Tell her again.
Bad Habit is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is executive produced by Mercy Johnson. So obviously it's on Mercy Johnson's YouTube channel, and the producer of this movie is Sammylee Nnamdi. Director of this movie is Francis Enikwe. Quick recap of this movie is a community that has bad eggs and good eggs. Now, one day, one of the good eggs was corrupted by the bad eggs. How to fish out the bad egg who is influencing everyone and corrupting everyone in the community became a source of great commitment by others. I don't know, I don't want to mention names, but yeah, that's basically what this movie is about, guys. What I like about this movie, let's start with the story and the message of this movie, guys. Yes, the story is really interesting, very vibing, very relatable as well. We all have that community or that society that is really poor, corrupt, and you know, the youth in that community is so laid back and so poor and so drug abuse community, and this is what this movie is about. Very relatable, very interesting, and trust me, you need to go and watch this movie. You know, the title is A Bad Habit. You need to go and watch it. And so the story is really nice. I really enjoy it. What I love about this movie is the cast that's directing and acting of characters in this movie. Let's start with Mercy Johnson. She played a character called Pelema. She was a task force collector in the community with, you know, her colleagues as well, and she was really comical. She was really jovial. She was serious, she was comical. She was one who was supposed to put the bad eggs in the community into the police you know, quarters, or arrest them, or send signal to police as she takes the you know, money from, you know, business owners in the community for the development of the community. And in her act of duty, she ended up being one of the corrupt, you know, characters. And trust me when I say this movie is interesting. She played her role very well. I enjoyed her. Mercy Johnson is talented. Like, when you talk about Nollywood actors who are on top, she's one of those person that, you know, you see her name on that list. So yes, she nailed this character for me. I personally enjoyed her role. So yes, those are some of the characters I love. Another character that I really enjoyed was Fina's character. Fina was really into her job in this role. She was one of the prostitutes or a shower in this movie, and I enjoyed her. Actually, she was fun. I enjoyed her pretty much, and also her colleague, one of the you know, colleagues who was also playing you know, one of the prostitutes. I enjoyed her, the fat lady. I don't know her character name. I really enjoyed her character as well. She was able to act in a way that even as there were a lot of people around, she was in character. You know, being in character is difficult, and I actually enjoyed her as well. Same with Fina. So those were the two characters that I personally enjoyed very much, and I love their character as well. Now, talking about another thing that I love about this movie is location. You guys already know that I love YouTube movies that are always shot outside. They take the effort to shoot outside of their comfort zone. It's not all the time you have to be seeing prime and proper, just home or houses. So yes, this movie 95% was actually shot in the ghetto or in one of the slums in Abuja or Lagos. I'm not sure of the exact location, but you know, the slum, that was the location that this movie was shot in. Most of Mercy Johnson's movies are actually shot in the slum, or should I say outside, and I don't know how she does it, but she's always able to shoot great movie outside. So if you are a fan of Mercy Johnson's YouTube movies, you should be familiar that she's always shooting movies outside, ghetto, like slum, like street shots, like, and she does them very well. So one of the locations that I love so much is the slum, the compound house, the running of the street, everything about the outside shot or the location of this movie. I love it so much. And obviously also the location of Charles Okocha's house was also pretty much nice as well. So location, I love everything about location in this movie. Another thing I love about this movie is also the cinematography as well as the frame size of this movie. I love it so much. Everything fits perfectly in terms of frame size, 6.9, perfect, no mistake, no errors. I love it. Another thing I love is that this movie had a plot twist. I didn't see that plot twist coming. Trust me, I did not see that plot twist coming at all. Everything I was thinking was that everything or the mistake was all on Charles. He played a character called Bobo, so I was thinking everything or the mistake or the error or he was only the bad egg. I did not see the plot twist. I don't want to tell you the plot twist, but yeah, trust me guys, you guys need to go and watch this movie. It's really interesting. So yeah, there was a plot twist which I love so much. So yeah, basically those are the things I love about this movie. You should go and watch it, guys. Now moving on to what I don't like about this movie, I will start with the scenes where there were too many unnecessary noise. The movie had a lot of noise in it. When I say noise, I'm not talking about background noise. I mean the characters themselves were too loud or too noisy, coming especially from Charles Okocha's character, who, I don't know, this guy is good, he's very comical, yes, but he likes exaggerate. I mean, he overdoes it. He's just like Brother Shaggy sometimes. Brother Shaggy now is, he is now learning how to tone down, but Charles Okocha is still the same. Like, he over exaggerates his character, he over talks, he's too lousy, he's too noisy, and it becomes cringy to watch. So yeah, that was one thing. That was why his character wasn't really my favorite at all in this movie. No. I wasn't really, I wasn't a fan of that at all. And another thing was that some of the prostitutes were also too noisy. Nollywood prostitute scenes they talk over each other, yes, but here it was too loud, it was too noisy. Like, you could not even hear what each character were saying or talking. So it becomes like a comedy show that, I don't know, it becomes like a joke that they were acting, Yeah, so those were some of the things I did not like at all. Another thing that I didn't like about this movie was the scene that has to do with the pregnant women. That scene, I was thinking when I was watching, I was like, okay, that's good. They were trying to make the women exercise and have a smooth labor, because obviously the community is poor. They cannot afford to be losing pregnant women, or the women themselves ended up aborting their pregnancy, naturally or whatever. But that scene was going smoothly till Charles walked in, or should I say the character Bobo walks in, and the scene became too long. Like I said, he was noisy, he was talking unnecessary. I don't even know why Charles was in that scene. Like, everything about that scene was just cringy for me. I did not enjoy it. I didn't find the purpose of him coming to that scene at all. Even if he wanted to introduce himself to the community or whatever, there was a scene he came and some people were hailing him, and that was it. I think that was pretty much telling the women to hit their belly, hit their tummy. Like, what was the reason for that scene? Like, that's one of the worst scene of this. Like, that scene was so bad. I hated that scene. What was the idea behind it? Like, I tried to understand what was the reason, the idea behind Charles coming to that scene. That was one of the worst scenes I've seen in this movie and even in the most movies that I've watched, I did not understand. Like, what was the reason? Nah. So yeah, that was really, really bad for me. I didn't enjoy it at all. Another thing I didn't like about this movie was that the movie was unnecessarily long, too many unnecessary scenes. I don't want to go into details about this. I just didn't like the fact that it was too long and too many unnecessary scenes. I've already talked about the scenes that were so unnecessary, so yeah, basically I think that will link. And some of the prostitute scenes were also unnecessary, so yeah, that was making the movie pretty long. Another thing I didn't like about this movie was the fact that most of the characters were missing their lines. Sentences were so wrong, coming from Sammylee's, communication skills in the movie with, his fellow characters. Then Charles Okocha was also making a lot of, mistakes with her lines as well. These were the three people really I picked, the mistakes from. And also there was a lady, her name was Mama Rachel. She was one of the actors also in the compound, the character that her daughter had issues with, the drugs or whatever. Yeah, she was also missing her lines a lot in the movie. So yes, Charles, Fina, Sammylee himself, and Mama Rachel, yeah, I think that's the character name. These people were missing and they had a lot of scenes. So yeah, I took notice of that. If it's the script or they were actually just missing their lines, yeah, they were missing most of their lines a lot. They'll miss their lines and correct it in, as they go along, having the conversation with their co-actor. So you could pick that they know they were making mistakes or they were missing their lines, but they were correcting it. So a lot of mistakes in their lines delivery. So yeah, that was one thing that I did not like. Yeah, so basically those are the things I really did not like about this movie. But yeah, the movie is very comical. You guys know that I love comic movies. Anytime I see a comic movie with a very good story and there's a little plot twist, guys, I love it. And this movie has that. I mean, some people may disagree with me because they do not fancy movies like this. But yeah, for me, if you guys just remove that cinema or remove that Netflix kind of idea from your head, you will actually enjoy this movie. Trust me, there's a plot twist, there's comic, and you would definitely enjoy this movie. So yes, I'm rating this movie a 7/10 because obviously, guys, there's a comic relief and a plot twist in it. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching this review. I'll see you all in my next movie review.